It's a gloomy, yucky Monday. You hear the blue jay yakking over there? Making a bunch of racket. I don't know if you can hear him or not. You ever get one of those calls where you're like, alright, I'll bite. I got one of those. That involved me having to drag the big trailer out. You guys can see in the back we've got a Cub Cadet Hydro with a Cummins Onan engine. Got all the tins for it in the trailer. I know nothing about it. And we move back here and we've got a Craftsman, AYP made Craftsman with a 16 horse IC Briggs. I know nothing about it. And we've got a Troy built with another Briggs engine, and I know nothing about it. You ever have one of those? Sure you have. I guess we're going to find out. See if we can't put one or more of these together. I'm not sure who makes the Troy built pony. I guess we'll figure that one out. And if memory serves, I was told that Onan is now owned by Cummins. Well, it definitely says Cummins Onan on it, doesn't it? No clue the condition of this. No clue the condition of the hydro. No clue the condition of any of it. Here, there, anywhere. I know nothing. I know nothing. But I guess we'll pick our battles carefully. And more than likely, I'm going to end up making a scrap run. But this is one that I will attempt to save. I have somebody picked out that would really benefit from this one. Yeah, that. And it's a shaft drive. You guys can see, maybe you can see the shaft right in there. And if I sound kind of blah, it's because whenever the weather's like this, Zippo gets this way just because it's it just wears on me. That's just about the only way I can put it. It just wears on me. So we'll find out what the condition of each of these are. I know that there's a blown engine in one or both of these two. I do have replacement engines to throw in. This one has bad tires. In fact, in order to get these loaded, I had to rob from Peter to pay Paul. I grabbed this tire off of the Troy built to put on this Craftsman because the wheel that was on that one, which is over here, I think. Yeah, there was no getting that on the back on the rim. So I just pulled it off and threw it on there. I wheeled all these up and I had a real nice little knoll like I've got for myself. Unfortunately, I brought my jack and my air compressor and I was able to air things up and get everything, air in all the tires, make them easy to push. And it was just a matter of just pushing and rolling them up where they needed to go. But we will see where we're at with what we've got, and once we do, I'll let everybody know where we're at and what we've got. And there's all the tins for the Cub Cadet. And there's the Craftsman. And full disclosure, I'm still not super pleased with the, I suppose I could turn the camera around and the microphone around. Hang on. Rotating the microphone. I'm not. Yes, the steering fix worked. But there's still an awful lot of drag on the steering. I don't know what else is going on with that old Craftsman. So if the newer Craftsman is any sight better, I may just transplant the engine into it to make that the donor. And because the life of the steering on that one is definitely limited. Got rain droplets on the inside of my glasses. Hang on just a second here. Let me mount you guys. There we go. So I can dry my glasses off and not have to hold the camera. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. Alright, so we know that the Kohler's good in the Craftsman that we resurrected, but as far as the steering goes, with as tight as everything else is, if I can't remedy how tight everything else is, and I greased up the spindles, I don't know where else or what else might be causing the drag. Is that still just a little high for you guys? But we're going to check into it. If I can get things loosened up to where it steers a lot better, I may be okay with passing that one on to somebody else. If not, because I was told on the live stream last night, you can still buy that pie gear, the whole steering assembly, for $100. But if I've got a bunch of drag on the steering beyond the steering components, beyond that pie gear and the pinion gear and that whole assembly, it's just going to wear a new one out. And $100, that's not going to make it a viable donation tractor. So what would make it a viable donation tractor is if it donated its engine to one of these two out here. That way it's a lateral move. It's a little bit more work on my part. I just got to take an engine off and put it on and wire from a Briggs to a Kohler, which isn't a big deal. Just a matter of changing pins on the pigtails. But we're going to see what we get into with that. Before that, I do have some other obligations in the shop. I've got the wood chipper and the Husqvarna chainsaw and the Homelight chainsaw and the edger. I did get the Steel 029 up and running. It's running just fine. I had to wait on parts for the edger. I get those two done, then I have 3 generators waiting for me to pick up at the pawn shop. So I'm getting an end of the season rush. Doesn't bother me. I'm all right with it. But typically the end of the season is my lull time, where I can get into other things and take care of some other stuff. In fact, I've got a 55-inch plasma TV that's been leaning up against the wood stove for 4 weeks now that needs to go bye-bye. And I can figure out a way to dispose of it, but the thing weighs about 90 pounds. It was made in 2006. It was an early one. I may just throw it on Craigslist as not working, powers up, no picture, free, come get it, and let somebody who knows how to work on TVs take care of it in that regard. But as far as what's actually going to physically get done here in the shop today, what in the world is this? Kick the can and save money. Easy mix. Oh, that's my black paint for my sign. Looking at that like, what is that? See, and I keep losing my train of thought too. I get it in the back of my neck, I get it in my hips, and I get it in my lower back, and I get it between my shoulder blades anytime we've got foul weather. So you guys getting a video today is really uncommon. Typically just does not happen. But I figured since I did run and pick those 3 up, not literally picked them up for all of you concerned, went and got those 3 pieces of yard art, that I would spend at least a little bit of time getting the Tecumseh powered edger done. All I'm doing is swapping carburetors, so no frills. It just a real quick, easy, just toss it in and it should be done. It runs on the one that it's got, but the one that it has is it needed replaced. And then I can take the steel 029 back and the edger back, pick up the 3 generators and bring them in, and they're most likely just going to be quick little carb cleans. I can flip those around real quick, get those back up over there to the pawn shop so that I'm all caught up there. And then I do have the Kawasaki KLX 110 to get new tires and tubes in, and to go through the rest of it and make sure that everything's right. Replace the fork seals, which I did get in, get the fork boots, dust boots put on, and just generally go through and make sure that everything else on it is okay. Figure out where the oil leak is coming from. It's not a huge leak, so if it means having to split the case to replace or reseal the case, I'm going to recommend to Andy that we live with that drip, because it wouldn't be cost effective for him at that point. So if he sees this video, he'll let me know. I'm sure he'll let me know whether, what direction he wants me to go in. If he absolutely wants it right, a little bit, tiny little oil drip isn't a game ender. You just have to make sure that you check the oil. And with an older 2003, it's a 15-year-old mini bike, that should be commonplace anyways, just checking the oil. So I've babbled on for almost 12 minutes. I just clicked over to 12 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. Not a whole lot went on. What I'll probably do after I get all of the current jobs done and get the tires and whatnot swapped out on the KLX 110 and determine where the oil leak is coming from, so on and so forth, and do all that stuff, then I'll tear into the 3 that are in the truck and trailer right now. So until then, friendly neighborhood Zippo. I will catch you guys on the next one. Later. I'm out of here. Give me one of those. And at the end of this video, you will all have probably already see a little circle with my smiling face on it. If you click that, that'll let you subscribe. Or you can pick on either side and pick a most recent video or a most relevant video from the vast list of videos that I have posted. So we'll see you on the next one. Later. I'm out.